Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Ho. Thank you very much for clicking in this video and practicing with me today. Today's video is the first video for the Peak Pose series, and I have chosen Bird of Paradise. Bird of Paradise is an intermediate level posture, and it requires to have the flexibility from your shoulder, your hips, and also your hamstring. Also, it requires to have the strength from your entire leg and also your core. It is also a balancing posture, as there will be one leg only standing and rooting to the ground. In this entire 25-minute flow, we are looking into building up the strength and flexibility that we require to get to the full expression of Bird of Paradise. For anyone who have a tighter shoulder, I would highly recommend you to prepare a yoga stripe, or you can replace it with a towel or a t-shirt as well. Now let's begin with a seated position, sole of the feet together, push it away from your body and scoop your butt behind you. Having one hand on top of your chest and one hand on top of your belly, we are going to do several breaths here to help us center ourselves and arrive to the mat. We inhale deeply through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Once again, inhale deeply, exhale, let it go. And now begin to close your mouth and only inhale and exhale through your nose. Inhale deeply and fill your lungs and belly with air. And let it go. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Slowly open your eyes and raise your arms up to the sky, grabbing your left wrist with your right hand and extend to the right side. Roll your shoulder back and chest to the sky. Feeling a nice stretch on your left side. Inhale, raise both arms up and extend to the left side. Now, nice stretch on your right side body. Sit back up tall, left palms on top of the right knees, right palms at the back, sit up tall and exhale, twist to the back and gaze back. Inhale, come back to neutral and the other side, twist to your left side. Remember, we are twisting from your belly button, so remember to sit up tall, lengthen your spine. One more exhale here, twist a little bit more. Inhale, go back to the neutral and arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower down your elbow, squeeze your shoulder blades together, cactus your arm. Inhale, up and exhale, down once again. Inhale, up and down, up and down. Wonderful. Now find your way to your all fours tabletop position. Wrists underneath your shoulder, knees underneath your hips. Untuck your toes. We will do several rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, dropping your belly and gaze up. Exhale, rounding from your tailbones and look to your belly button. Cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Open up your shoulder, open up your back body. Inhale, lower to our cow pose and exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose and exhale, cat. One more time, inhale, cow and exhale, cat pose. Go back to the neutral position, and now that we are going to walk our palms a little bit further, dropping your chest to the ground for our puppy pose. Remember that our hip is right above our knees, and you can either put your chin on the ground for an extra stretch of your shoulder or forehead to the ground for less. And now add on for some tricep stretch, so palms together, placing it behind your head. Remember that your elbows should be close together in order to get a nice stretch. We stay here for a little bit more. Keep breathing. Wonderful. On your next inhale, place your palms back to the ground, roll yourself up, back to all fours tabletop, tuck in your 10 toes and send your hips back and up to our downward facing dog. Feel free to bend your knees for this first downward facing dog or walk out your dog. Make sure that we're pressing our chest towards our thigh. Keep walking out your dog and sway your hips side to side. Optional to find stillness on your downward facing dog. Keep pressing your chest toward the ground. And inhale, we look to the front and walk to the fronts of the mats between your palms. Inhale, halfway lengthen. And we exhale, bend down, bending your knees as well. Rest your torso on top of your thigh. Let your head hang heavy and grabbing the opposite elbow. To lengthen our spine a little bit more on this ragdoll, feel free to find a sway on this posture. On your next inhale, right palms to the ground and lengthen your left knees, open your left arms to the sky and look to the sky as well. Nice twist to our spine and a nice stretch on our hamstring. Lower down and the other side. Sway your right arm up pointing to the sky and lengthen your right knees, bending your left knees. Exhale, lower down. And find a forward fold here. Very important to relax your neck, let your head hang heavy. Look to the back of the mat. Inhale, slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae, standing up tall for our mountain pose. Inhale, arms up to the sky, lead to back bend here and exhale, bend down to our forward fold. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back to our high plank. And we're going to do exhale, knee, chin and chest. Inhale, baby cobra, and lift our palms up to strengthen our back. And exhale, lower your palm, tucking your 10 toes, sending your hip back to our downward facing dog. Try to lengthen both of our legs and if possible, heels down as well. Keep pressing your chest to the ground to open up your shoulder. Raise up your right leg, bending it and step it between your palms. Come up to our crescent lunge, arms up to the sky first. And we're going to do a reverse prayer on our hand at our back body. If this is too difficult for you, feel free to grabbing the opposite elbow behind your body. Make sure that we're bending the front knee and lengthen our left leg. Looking to the front, square your hips. Keep breathing here. Release your hands and we're going to lean forward, have our left arms to the ground and right arm sway up to the sky for our revolved extended side angle twist. On your next inhale, lower down your right palms to the ground as well and lengthen your front knees to our pyramid pose, resting your forehead on top of your right knees. Nice stretch on our hamstring. On your next inhale, bending your right knee, sit your hip low and bending your left knees, finding your heels to your butt and grabbing the feet with your right palms, pressing it towards your body and look to the back. Release slowly, leg back to the ground, palms to the floor, and we go back to our halfway lengthen. Exhale, lower down for forward fold, relax your neck. Inhale, roll up to tall mountain, little back bend. And exhale, down, back to the forward fold. Step your right and left leg back, high plank, and chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Rise your left leg up and step it between your palms. Come up to a crescent lunge, arms up to the sky, and place now palms together behind your body for reverse prayer or grabbing the opposite elbow. Remember to sit your hip low and square your hip to the front of the mat. Make sure that your knees is right on top of your heels. On your next inhale, right palms to the ground, open your left arms up to the sky, look to the sky. To our revolve, extend the side angle twist. Inhale, lower down your left palms and lengthen your front leg for our pyramid pose. Rest your forehead on top of your left knees. Keep breathing here. Embrace the sensation that you have on your hamstring. Inhale, lower your hip down, bending your front knees, back heels towards your body and grabbing the feet with your left arms. Every exhale, try to press your heels towards your body a little bit more. Relax your shoulder, extend your neck. Inhale, release down, palms back down to the ground. Step forward to our halfway lengthen and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to tall mountain and exhale, lower down to our forward fold. Step back, high plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog and exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. This time, look to the fronts of the mats. And this time, we would like you to try to hook both of our legs to the fronts of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to tall mountain. One more time of sun salutation. Exhale, lower down to forward fold. And now jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, pressing your chest towards your thigh. And inhale, we're going to do three-legged down dog with our right leg, bending it and step it forward between our palms once again. This time, rotate your left leg 45 degrees, open up to our warrior two. Inhale, we go to our reverse warrior, half binded with your left arms behind you and right arms extend to the back of the mats. Look up to the sky. Sit your hip low. Inhale, come back up to warrior two and extend the side angle. Elbow on your right thigh and extend your left arms up. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Now hand wheel your arms back to the ground in front of you and rotate your back toes pointing to the front. Sit your hip low. Back to our plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. The other side. Lift your left leg up, bending it, stepping forward between your palms. Right toes 45 degrees to the right side of the mat. Open up to our warrior two, look to the front. And now go to our reverse warrior, half binded by having our right arms behind our body, left arm extend to the back of the mat. Roll your shoulder back, gaze up. Inhale, come back to warrior two, extend the side angle when you exhale. Inhale, go back to our warrior two and hand wheel your arm back to the ground. Step back to high plank and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog and exhale, downward facing dog. And our next posture is our cow face pose, rising your right leg and placing your knees between both of your palms, swaying your left leg in front of you and stacking your left knees on top of your right knee. Remember, both of our hips should be sitting down to the ground. I will show you a better angle here, but please stay wherever you are now. And keep the stripe closer to you in case you need it later. Rise up your right arms towards the sky and tapping from up and behind. And having your left arms behind us, binding together both of our hands. In case both hands are not touching, using the stripe by grabbing it with your right hand and grabbing it with your left hand. And slowly walking both hands closer to each other. Remember that we need to sit up tall and roll our shoulder back. We stay here for a few more breaths. Keep pointing your elbow up to the sky. Inhale, we're going to change sides, stacking our right knee on top of our left knee this time. And having your left arms up to the sky. If you need a stripe, please grab it now and binding behind you. Open your chest, roll your shoulder back, look to the front, pointing your elbow up to the sky. It is a great way for us to open up our hips and at the same time our shoulder. Great stretch on our tricep as well. Keep breathing. Inhale, release. We do not use our stripe at the moment. Place it next to the mat. Sway your leg behind you. Lay down with your belly. Right arm bended next to your chest, left arm extended as a T. Look to the right and bending your right knee and flipping your hip to the left. Having your toes touching to the ground or entire feet on the ground. Optional to rise up your right arms and binding behind you. So the back of your palm should be touching the left side of your hip. Inhale, coming back slowly, and we're going to do the other side. Left hand bended next to the chest, extend your right arms and look to the left, bending your left knees. And we're going to stacking your hips over to the right side. Optional to binding your left arm as well. Release slowly, coming back down and press ourselves up to our high plank and send our hip up and back to our downward facing dog for transition. Rise up our right leg, bending it, and this time landing it outside of your right palm for our lizard pose. Remember to lower your hip towards the ground. Look to the front of the mat. It is a great pose to open our hips and the front of our left leg. And now rising your right arms and walk your right feet towards the middle. Rotate your back toes towards the left side and open up to our warrior two. We are going to bind our arms now by placing our right arms underneath and behind us. Our left arms grabbing the wrist of our left. And look up to the sky. Sit your hip low. Open up your shoulder, especially your left shoulder. And inhale, we rise up, go back to warrior two and reverse warrior. Exhale, hand wheel your arms back to the ground and back to our plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog and exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do the other side, three-legged down dog with the left leg. And stepping outside of our left palms, sit your hip low. Embrace the sensation that you might experience on your right front side of your leg as well as your hip. On your next inhale, rise up your left arms and walk your feet towards the middle. And rotate your right toes to the right side 45 degrees. Open up to warrior two and binding your arms once again by having your left arms underneath and behind, right arms on top, and binding behind you. Looking up to the sky and open your right shoulder. Inhale, palms back to the ground and send your leg back to our high plank, strong core. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, right leg up to the sky, stepping it outside of your right palms, and this time having your right shoulder underneath your right leg, placing to the ground, and having your right toes tap in front of you. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, down, tapping to the ground. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up, down, up, down. One more time, up and down. Release your palm back to the ground, sending your right leg back the other side. Downward facing dog. Left leg up to the sky and stepping it on the outside of your left palm. Having your left shoulder underneath your left leg. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap. Extend, tap. 3 more times. Extend, tap. Extend, tap. One last time. Extend, tap. Release your palm, placing back down, and send your hip back to downward facing dog. Inhale, hop to the front and sit your hip down. Having your left leg up, right leg down. Placing your right palms on the outside edge of your left leg. And open up your left arms to the back of the mat. So now you're facing to the left side. Inhale, place your leg back down, right leg up this time, and left palms on the outside edge of the right leg. Open up your right arms towards the back. Look to the right side. Inhale, coming back, and now we're ready to our bird of paradise. Separating your feet to a little bit wider than hip wide distance. Lower your upper body. Have our right arms underneath our right leg, tapping from behind with the back of your palms to the back and grabbing with your left arms from above. 2 hands together now and go to your right tippy toes. And now shift your weight to your left leg rooted to the ground. Once you have a nice grip now, when you feel balanced, try to lengthen your left leg and leave your upper body with your right leg. Once your left leg is lengthened, open your hips to the back and rotate your right shoulder to the back as well. You can stay here, or if you would like to challenge yourself, try to lengthen your right leg, pointing the toes to the sky. I will show you the other angle with a stripe. So grabbing the stripe from right hand side and left hand from below, grabbing it. And now go to your tippy toes and inhale, come up. Open your hips, roll your left shoulder behind you, and try to lengthen your feet. Perfect. This is the front side. To release from this posture, it will be the same as how we go in. If you lengthen your feet now, try to bend it. And we are going to lower our upper body, having our right tippy toes back to the ground. Release the bind and stand back up. We will try to do the other side. I will give you a side angle. Now we will begin to do with our left side. Open your legs to be a little bit wider than hip wide distance. Have your left hands underneath and right arms from above. Have a nice grip and leave your left heels on your tippy toes. Find your balance rooted from your right leg and inhale, slowly come up. Once that you're lengthening your right leg, try to open your left hips to the back by rotating your left shoulder to the back. And when you're ready, lengthen your left leg, pointing your toes to the sky. Remember to open your chest and roll both of your shoulder back. Look at one point in front of you to find the balance. And now we are going to lower down, release your bind, and relax. Now we are going to do our cool down by sitting down to the ground, laying down with your back, hugging your knees to your chest, rounding your spine to massage it a little bit. And now we go to happy baby pose by either grabbing your big toes or grabbing the outer edge of your feet, rocking side to side as an option. And release, relax in this posture as we are arriving to our last posture of today, Savasana. Open your palms and put it alongside your body. Allow your feet and your toes pointing to the left and right. Find total stillness in this posture. Relax your 10 toes, your ankle joint, your shin, your knees, your thigh, your hips. Relax your core muscle, your chest, shoulder, upper arm, forearm, palms and 10 of your finger. Relax your neck and your face, especially your jaw and your eyebrows. If you have time, I would highly recommend you to stay here for a few more minutes. But if you don't, now please stretching your arms and leg to the opposite direction. One more time. And we roll to our right side, to our fetal position. And now pressing your top arms to the ground, sitting up tall. Placing your palms on top of your knees. Keep your eyes closed. Palms together in front of your heart, bow down, namaste. Thank you very much for joining me once again today. Hope to see you on the next video.